when we're talking about value here, when we're talking about economics, when we're talking about the market, we're talking about that as the simple discussion of human actions. Like you can be economical with your time. Like we're trying to be as economical with our conversation as possible in this thing. Instead of reading all 133 comments, we're going to be economical and try to break it down where we can read just the headline comments and give you some idea of it, and then we can go through and parse through it instead of just saying we're going to read it straight through and be like a 3 or 4 hour long thing. That's being economical with our time, and your time is one that we appreciate you taking the time. That choice that you took to do this is an economic calculation you're making in your mind that does not involve finances. That's another thing that was coming up over and over again that we'll probably skip over and refer to this start thing because that's another thing that was repeated. Economics and value does not have to do with money. Money is simply a tool that we have developed as human beings that is very useful in enabling. It's a tool for exchange and things like that. It's a stand-in for time that you can go to other. So it's not financial. That's why there's financial economics, there's home economics, there's other fields of economics that don't have anything to do with actual finances, actual money, and financial economics is what has to do with finances. So I think I don't know. You just
I
thinking
would
about this
add
stuff
that
is frustrating again. It's yeah.
well, I would add, I think it was Rothbard who taught me that economics comes from the Greek word, means roughly household management, and that's how it started. It's like, okay, how do you manage a house, especially way back when? Okay, you have chickens here, you have so much water here, the kids have to get fed, all that, and then everything sort of builds out from that. And in terms of the
Like
sexual
like the eco,
yeah,
your environment. That's where like the
yeah.
eco field is like environment, it's like economics and economics. What is it not? Is economics like movements?
That's a good question. I should look this up actually.
Yeah, look it up because with this one, it's I don't know if maybe just dating myself. I know this is something that's changed in schools. I was in middle school and we still had home economics. I know in my high school and my middle school, I think it's been removed now. But home ec was a course that we took where you go in and you'd learn how to cook, you'd learn different things around the house like folding things and ironing things. This is things that I already knew because my parents were teaching us that in the household. But I know some people didn't have it. Home ec used to be a common class in the United States of America. Yes, that can do with balancing checkbooks and things like that. But it was like cooking and putting things in the pantry, those kind of things. It's sewing, like sewing. But yes, you can say that was so you can save money in some other ways. But no, it's just being economical. It's not. So did you find what nomics means?
Yeah. So here's what I found. This is from Etymology Online. It's short for
Love
etymology.
that
So
site.
it's from the 1590s, pertaining to management of a household, perhaps shortened from economical or else the French word économique, or from Latin economicus or domestic economy, which comes from Greek. I don't know, I'm probably butchering this. Oikonomikos or something. Which means practice in the management of a household or family. This was actually in a treatise by Xenophon on the duties of domestic life, and also economy. Again, I don't know Greek. Household management. Yeah, and then what they're saying here is that ix just in the names of science or disciplines like acoustics, aerobics, economics. It's a revival of the classical custom of using the neuter plural of adjectives with Greek ecos, meaning pertaining to, so or matters relevant to. So econ essentially it has to do with like household, all that, and then ix it's like the science relating to that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. And but for some people, it's they think when and this thing problems occur not because of what X is, because of how we define X. And I think a lot of these things you can read the comments, and I try to remind myself, are they actually meaning the same thing that I'm meaning? Because this is just a simple image from a woman. We can't talk to her what she meant. Can't talk to the choose person exactly what they meant. But this is what I thought those things. Basic economics thought that's what it meant. Sexual history, I think she was referring to her actual body count normally, which is normally in this, and in referral to to future relationships. I think that's what she was meaning, and I get it. To me, it was just rather straightforward. But when Steven did post it, he did share it with me, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna get some comments. And I think without further thank you for listening. This has been a clip from an actual longer recording that I'll try to leave a link to on the screen or somewhere around here where you're listening to this.
Presents. 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 Presents.
Peasants.
Okay. Okay.